My name is Octavius, the Million Dollar Voice Davis. I want to talk with you very briefly about a new after-school literacy program that I've created, which uses the art of voiceover to build more confident and competent readers in the classroom. But before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Now, I've been voice acting for a little over 20 years. I got my start in radio, and then I transitioned into voice acting while in college. Well, that's where I want to start, because I got my first paid voiceover gig my freshman year of college, and they hired me blindly. Well, when I showed up for production, the producers slid the script my way, gave me maybe 3 to 5 minutes to familiarize myself with the script, and then hit the record button. I stuttered and stammered through the first page and a half of copy, to the point to where the sound engineer stopped the production and said, "You know what? We're going to pay you for your time, but we can't use any of this content." I sat in the car and cried because I felt so embarrassed that I didn't have the ability to go through that script and actually read the words that was on paper. And I told myself, I never want to do this again. Well, clearly, here we are 20 years later, and I haven't given up on voiceover. But what it did do was encourage me to dig deeper and become better as a reader. So voice acting has truly helped me to sharpen my skills as a reader, but more importantly, helped me to increase my confidence and competence of what I was reading on the pages. A year ago, I was inspired to create a program to use this very same outlet to inspire kids in the classroom. It's no secret that literacy is a huge issue around the country, specifically in underprivileged areas. Well, when you dissect underprivileged areas and look at those demographics, we're talking about Black and brown children. Many of us are kinesthetic learners. What does that mean? Well, you can't just sit a book in front of us and expect us to understand it. The state of literacy around the country is at code red levels, and I'm asking for your help to change that narrative. This fall, I'll be unveiling the Million Dollar Voice Academy. It's a 12-week program that's broken up into 2 cohorts, one in the fall, one in the spring. Well, once students complete their 12-week run, I want to ensure that they have an additional resource at their disposal to help them continue building their confidence through the art of voiceover. So I'm developing the Million Dollar Voice Academy app. And within that app will be content that these kids will have free access to, different resources, different games that they can utilize that will continue reinforcing the voiceover concepts through literacy. Full disclosure, this program has 0 funding. I'm just trusting that the funding and the resources will make themselves available as I continue moving forward in obedience. This program will impact kids that are pre-K to 2nd grade, 3rd through 5th grade, and 6th through 8th grade. So if you have an affinity for dealing with kids in those different age groups, I would really appreciate it. It's also important to state that I'm not looking to raise the next generation of voice actors. That's not the purpose of this program. The purpose of this program is to enlighten these young people to a new way of seeing literacy by using the art of voiceover. So many of these boys and girls enjoy playing video games, but how many of these individuals realize that there are actually people who are talking in these games? Well, I need for them to understand that it's through literacy that you're able to read those scripts and how you break down those scripts and what helps you to comprehend the words that are on those pages. That's what I'm looking for. Not necessarily tonality and delivery and all the many different things that we understand about voiceover, but no, helping kids to realize that there is power in the words that they're reading on those pages. So thank you so much for your time. I hope that this is a program that you can get behind because as you and I both know, representation is extremely important. And so I'm really looking forward to being able to change the narrative as it relates to literacy in our communities.